26-year-old Preston Hill pleaded guilty to manslaughter last year before Ontario Court Justice George Orsini. The guilty plea was in addition to 2 others for assault causing bodily harm and attempted robbery. Court previously heard the charges were in relation to a random fatal stabbing in May of 2021 on Richmond Street that claimed the life of Samuel Bakare. The Crown brought forward a dangerous offender application in February based on his criminal past. Now, after months of review, Justice Orsini has deemed Hill a dangerous offender, saying, quote, "He has shown little in the way of motivation to change. He acknowledges his addiction to substances, and there are indications that he is willing to accept whatever treatment is recommended. Unfortunately, this has been the case for the better part of his criminal history." Court previously heard Hill was an accomplished athlete. However, there was also evidence that he had a difficult upbringing and was subjected to sexual abuse as a child. Justice Orsini addressed this in his decision, saying, quote, "Nevertheless, previous pre-sentence reports indicate that he has had the benefit of an otherwise stable, secure, and loving home, in spite of the trauma and hardship endured by his parents and grandparents." Justice Orsini's decision was lengthy. The 57-page document took more than 2 hours to read into the court records. He concluded his decision by saying, quote, "Having considered the evidence in its totality, I find that it does not support a reasonable expectation or likelihood or sufficient reason for believing that anything less than an indeterminate sentence will protect the public against Mr. Hill's violent recidivism. This means there is no end date for Hill's jail time and will solely depend on his behavior. As the hearing ended, Hill was seen waving goodbye to family in the courtroom. Lauren Stallone, CTV News.